Hello, hello. It's Prince Easy. And well, this is narrative control. We're going to talk about the West maneuver, right? Right? They done pulled a maneuver, right? Now, I was thinking, they know they can get a foot into this country without me being on the way. And I was just asking myself, then why all of this situation, right? Well, that was just the first steps to this maneuver, right? So they started political trouble. And then I've been holding back the, 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 the freaking heavy clouds for the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, right? If I didn't have my machine set up, yeah, we would be isolated, right? And then they pulled that double attack on the Sahel, right? The school, I can get it. It was a mockery, right? It was a mockery just because I made their plan open. But the airport is also mockery, right? We have been talking heavy about aviation and how it's going to come into play in the near future. So, of course, they sent those quote unquote terrorists, right? I call them operators, to do what they did with that aircraft, right? And spread this clip. They were just there to collect clips, to intimidate and terrorize, right? That's what they're doing. And if they're resorting to desperate moves like this, because both of these, they had no long-term goal, you see? They had no long-term goal. So it's a atrocious type warfare. That's why I keep saying here, be on the lookout, always, right? They shouldn't have even established a foothold on that airport. They shouldn't have. Right? And I heard that you closed down your airport. Move smart. Do not shut down your airport. It's important in these times, right? Especially when you're trying to establish. I'm seeing what Traore is doing with that new aircraft. In order to move things quickly and fast, as of now, that is the most efficient way, right? So secure your airports and rely on intelligence, right? These people didn't just come out of a hole, right? They didn't just come out of a hole. So if you have a efficient flow of information towards your operators, then these people will be taken down before even they make anything. And this time, go find them. Don't wait for them to find you. Go find them while you secure your home, because they will try to pull you back from there, right? So push, push. Mm. And then the whole situation of Japan and Congo we talked about, right? And all of this is masked as a move against China's investment. Right? That's why we see their presence increase up there north. Right? They play with the currency rate, and of course, it is gonna positively affect the naira, isn't it? Right? And then I heard one of them, for the sake of not being obvious that this was their doing, they sent some other nation to strike a deal of collaboration and whatnot, right? And then there's the Nigeria visit, right? The Nigeria news visit by the US, right? So, if you recall, what did I say my biggest success were? First would be the nations that are led by the army. I said I would have much success with them, so they tried to interfere over there. And then it was the media, right? So of course, and this is not the first time, ladies and gentlemen, right? We shall get back to it. So, Zion. This shows the state of power and power dynamics in that country. I think over time, leaders who are supposed to operate under the president have basically corroded the power of the president. And that's a scary thing to see. Because how is he supposed to lead? Hierarchy needs to be respected, or else the whole thing collapses on itself. So if the center of power is the president, then this whole thing I'm hearing the same rhetoric that I've been hearing in Kenya, right? The whole politics is just basically and literally just merged with tribalism, and that's it. Right? Now you have an option to either play along, and you better play along well and smart, but it's not sustainable. So the story needs to shift from tribalism to what a particular leader can do for a community, right? And that's what the media has been doing, right? And I've been seeing it, okay? And I've been seeing it. So first and foremost, my guy here needs some sleep. Okay, so let me tell you something. When this whole situation began in Tanzania, I knew that they'd done lost the influence inside the Tanzania media TBC when they provided a state visit. Yeah, it was the ambassador, right? And he had the same rhetoric, right? And there's some other country in Africa that they did this same operation, where they come in and say that we want to ensure free press, as if free press exists where they're from, right? What they're just basically saying is just for you to be their mouthpiece, to talk about them in a positive light, so as they can then turn around and bite you. So this means that you're doing a good job. Arise, yeah, and this TVC News Nigeria, yes, they're doing a good job. A really good job of really talking about what's really going on. They are leaving aside all of this tribalism and stuff. And what I would suggest you should do the more, it seems that Nigerians like meetings a lot. You need to start doing, right? So for you, get the people involved, right? Have opinions of people on the ground. What do they want, and what would be their priorities, right? Have collections of opinions, have a consensus, then present it. That would systematically, it's literally a hack for these leaders to do what they're supposed to do, right? You can say, okay, we are covering healthcare, so we are going to cover this region. We are going to go to every first-class hospital, and we're going to see what is there, what is not there, what can be improved. You know, you see what I'm talking about? Then you go to the farm and to the farmers, and you talk to them. Okay, what do you need? What has been your shortcomings? This is how you cover that. TBC is a good example. You should learn from them, right? We have had these conversations for a long, long time. Okay, and I'm sure they can't dump everything on you, but it's basically a balance between the truth and patriotism. I don't know what else to put there, you know, because it does not help if we continue attacking our own countries. It does not help. We are not providing any form of positive criticism per se. Do you understand? And that is the role of the media, to get people talking, to get people discussing, because most people are not really engaged in politics like that, but they can get involved in politics through the media. Call in, share their opinions, have different points of views, right? Over there is no political party. There's just the media, okay? There's just the media and people and people's opinion. That's how crucial you are to this whole warfare, right? You, individual journalists, and I don't know what to call you. You're journalists. You're informing people, right? And also those in the little TVs. These little boxes are really, really powerful, right? These little boxes are really powerful. Now you have to make use of them for the sake of your country, to build your country, not to destroy, right? Because I understand sensational headlines pull people for views. We had a conversation about this, but this is not about sensationalism. People have died, right? So boots on the ground, that's what needs to happen. And this just confirms that, yeah, our alignment is correct. That's why they make a move like this, to counter my moves. But hey, focus. Right? This is what they can do. This game is rigged. Let me just tell you that. So we have a like and no view. And the system, they say it's working correctly. And this is what they can do to people online. To basically just to shatter your motivation, right? To shatter your motivation to keep doing what you're doing. If that's views, that's what you're looking for, right? But we're not looking for views here. I was not ever being the one for views. I've never ever in my life, in one of these videos that we have this conversation, gotten 1,000 views ever, even 100. There might be one, but that was it spoke the truth and everything but the truth, and it was about Masonic signs that they show in the public. That got like 100 and something, but never reached like 200. Never. I've never had 200. I've never desired even to have 200. My desire was my message to reach people. That's it. and I'm grateful. That's why I keep doing it. So if you are down, feeling depressed that you don't have views, come take a look at my channel and ask yourself, has it had an impact in your life? Then if it's so, then keep doing what you're doing. In fact, be motivated even more. Right? So we talked about Bitcoin. Here he is, Apollo, and his friend Elon Musk. They're deep into Bitcoin. Of course, he's gonna set his friend up so as they can just steal money from people. Dogecoin and all. Right? And I'm hearing even this conversation in Nigeria. Be careful. It's useful, yes, but be careful, right? I have talked about the potential of Bitcoin actually uniting all these currencies in Africa. Yeah, without the politics, the Bitcoin would skip the politics of currency, wouldn't it? Right. So I think it's a conversation worth having. It's just a technology, and we shouldn't fear it. Although we should be concerned about how it would be utilized by our enemies to destabilize us. Right? I'm just saying, geopolitical economy report says, right? This guy here, he covers our true history and what has been hidden. He covers mostly Europe. And trust me, he has some things to tell you. He just presents things, right? He has his opinions about what he presents. Of course, after time you have to develop one, but he lets you have any. And I've been following this guy for a while. Right? And here he is, just coincidentally, a few minutes after I made that post, talking about an old book that talked about in the past the people utilizing this atmospheric technology to harness electricity. Right? Now you can go into the comment and ask him about this book so as you can inform yourself. But trust me, brothers, there's literally free electricity. Free electricity. We don't have to put it into no battery, no nothing. It's just there. You just use it and you don't use it. You just need a switch to turn it on and turn it off. You don't need to produce nothing. No fuel, no nothing. And that's a checkmate that I want to pull on these people because they want to bring a quote-unquote energy crisis. So, this is a move on China to distract you from what you're doing. Right? So let them build their bases and whatnot. Let them do what they do. You have nuclear weapons. What are you afraid of? This is the thing that perplexes me. All those weapons fake. That's why you have to resort to tactics of, I don't know, using ships to ram them. I don't know. Japan doesn't even know what up and down is. Yeah? They don't know. They want the Japanese empire back. And how it ended was by the Americans. Right? That was their end, the end of their Japanese kingdom. It ended hard and loud and bright and hot. And here they are, being a tool for the US and their agenda to push democracy against communism. Right? These are fear tactics. You have to focus on the checkmate. The checkmate is Africa. If you are friendly and you are nice to Africans, it's over for them. Literally, it's over. Literally, over. So you shouldn't be fighting these people. If you keep fighting these people, then your war will come to us, and then we will we will not collaborate with both of you, and we'll be fine. Believe me, we'll be fine. So, oh yeah, poa. Fight smart, not hard. You have enough ammunition to arm 2 countries in Africa fully, even 3, I can say. So, yeah, let me end there. Prince Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.